Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So we are discussing the number of novelists. Let us talk about Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni now. So Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni is one of the most important Indian novelists. She was someone who has an American descent as well. So let us read about her. Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni is an Indian American novelist who was born in Kolkata in 1956. After receiving her graduation degree from Calcutta, she then migrated to United States in the year 1976. So she was born in India but then migrated to the United States. So when you read her work, you'll realize that a lot of themes that she will touch upon are related to diasporic writings, and also because she is the woman, she will talk about the plight of women. So these are the two broad themes that will be, you'll always see intersecting in the works that she has written. In the US, while receiving master's degree and PhD from the University of California, she did multiple odd jobs to meet her expenses for her education. She then was, of course, someone who became a brilliant novelist, poet, writer, and professor in creative writing program at the University of Houston in Texas. Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni works actually around the complexities and identities that a person holds when it comes to diaspora and the diasporic community. So she talks about the complicated identities of people who migrated outside. Her novel addressed the notions of multiculturalism, a very important theme that she will talk about. Alienation, that is a theme that is very significant to all the diasporic writers, and the voyage of self-discovery. So she's talking about the plight of women and how they can self-discover themselves, or a person who has migrated from one place to another and they are trying to discover themselves. Most of her novels are modeled on experience and the struggle faced by the middle class women who feel alienated, dissatisfied, and incapable to share their own feelings. So they are incapable to share their own feelings. The wealth of her works, of course, include works like, so what all are the works that are included here? There are 4 poetry collections like Dark Like a River that came out in 1987. The Reason for Nasturgrims in 1990. Black Candle, poems about women from India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. This work came out from 1991 till 2000. The poetry were added here. And the last was Leaving Yoruba City in 1997. There are some of the short story collections that are also there, like Arranged Marriage, 1991, The Unknown Errors of Our Times, of Our Lives in 2001, then 5 novels like The Mistress of Spices, 1997, The Sister of My Heart, 1990, The Wine of Desire, 2002, The Queen of Dreams, 2004, and the last but not the least, The Palace of Illusions, 2008. These are the most important works and the short story collections that she has written. Right, for young readers, Divakaruni has completed 4 novels that are set in India, and these are The Victory Song in 2002 and the fantasy trilogy consisting of The Couch Bearer in 2003, The Mirror of Fire and Dreaming 2005, and The Shadowland in 2009. So these are some of the most important works that she has written. There is also a list that I've made for you. These are all the fiction works that she has written. Arranged Marriage. This is a short story collection coming out in 1990. The Mistress of Spices, 1997. Sister of My Heart, 1999. Then we have The Errors of Our Lives, 2001, The Wine of Desire, 2001, Queen of Dreams, 2004, then we have The Lives of Strangers, 2007, The Palace of Illusions, it is a novel in 2008, and One Amazing Thing in 2010. We have The Older Girl that is written in 2013, Before We Visit the Goddess, 2016. Then The Forest of Enchantments, very important, in 2019. Last Queen, 2021, and Independence, a novel that is a very recent work written by her, and you can add all of these things in your notes in 2023. So these are the important works. Let us talk a little bit and I will give you the broader themes of some of the important works that she has written. So Arranged Marriage in 1995, a short story collection. It's a short story collection that will talk about and it will investigate the cultural dilemmas of a number of people. Right, so there are about 11 short stories in the collection that are related to Bengali family who have migrated to United States, and they will talk about their own perspective from a very feministic point of view. So all these characters are basically women, and they will talk about the plight of a woman who is migrating from one country to another, the alienation, the problems that she will face. This is Arranged Marriages 1995. 1995. Then we have her novel, The Mistress of Spices, 1997. It explores diasporic conditions that are amid the multicultural backdrop. So all the diasporic conditions that are there, and what is the broader theme? This is none other than the multicultural backdrop that we have. The novel actually propounds the deep-rooted multiculturalism that is there in USA and talks about, it will portray and it will talk about the themes like cultural diversity, it will talk about hybridity, racial tension, very important, and it will also touch upon the concept of alienation, how you are lonely when you go outside and leave your own home. The central character of this novel is Tilo, and she is a very amazing girl who is an Indian, of course, now settling again in Auckland, that is there in California. She owns a shop by the name called as Spice Bazaar. So it's a shop that she has, and she helps her customers to satisfy their needs and desire with the charms of the spices that are there. She will satisfy the customers who are there by giving them good spices. As being an Indian, and of course, someone who knows a lot about spices, she will, of course, treat the customers by delivering them good spices. As soon as the customer enters her shop through her magical power, she will be able to understand what all are the urges of the customer, and she will manage it really well. The minor characters in the novel are all of them who are migrated from India, and they have various struggles. So this novel talks about almost everyone who has migrated from outside, and there, of course, struggles they are facing. Right? Tilo tries to build a bridge among the different culture and finally ends up discovering her own self. That was lost once, she will rediscover herself. Then we have Queen of Dreams in 2004. This work came out. This is another novel by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. It came out in 2004. It tells the story of a daughter, basically. So it tells the story of a daughter and of an immigrant couple who settled in California and desire to raise their only child as an American, shielding her from the past that she had in India. So Rakhi and her daughter, who was their daughter is a young artist who is living in California, and she is a divorced mother struggling to live, to make a livelihood there. Also, you will see that there are broad themes like 9/11 attack on the World Trade Center, the racist assaults. These are small incidents that you will realize, and the important character is there, Rakhi. Rakhi important character hai, protagonist hai, jo aapko yaad rakhna hai. Then we have The Palace of Illusions, one of the most important work that came out in 2008, which is of course talking about the historical references as well. So taking back to the time about half a century back, you're going there, half history ke andar leke jati hai Chitra Banerjee, half myth, and of course wholly magical best-selling book that is written by Chitra Banerjee, and we see the voice of Panchali here. So we are using here a very important mythological text of Mahabharata. She is the fire-born heroine of Mahabharata, जिन्हें हम द्रौपदी के नाम से जानते हैं, पांचाली. She is the one who is going to vibrantly tell her own story. She is given the opportunity to talk about herself. So it's a tale that is talking and using the ancient epic saga of Mahabharata, and Panchali is going to talk about her. She is married to 5 royal husbands who have been cheated out by their own father's kingdom. Panchali aids their quest and will reclaim their birthright. Of course, she will be there with them till the time they are struggling. She will be there through the years of exile and towards the civil war. The terrible civil war is also something that she will go with them. But she cannot deny her complicated friendship that is there with the enigmatic Krishna, the secret attraction of this mysterious man who is her husband's most dangerous enemy. And of course, she is caught up with the and she is someone who is manipulated because of the fate that is there. So she is in hands of the fate and she has nothing to do there. So this picture in front of you is of Palace of Illusions. And then the last but not the least, this work, The Forest of Enchantment, came out in 2019. Now the previous work was using Mahabharata as the body of the, the text on which it was positionalized. This work is going to talk about Sita and will use Ramayana as the broader text and the storyline. And this was itself a PYQ that was asked in the paper. So the Ramayana, which is one of the world's greatest epic and of course one of the most tragic love story that we have, it is of course brilliantly told by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni, and it places Sita at the center of the novel. This is Sita's version of Ramayana, you can say. The Forest of Enchantment is also a very humane story of a human, and the Sita is given actually a lot of human qualities, you can say. The Forest of Enchantment is also a very human story of some of the other women in the epic, most understood, who are most misunderstood, and they are someone who were relegated at the margins. So this story is not only going to talk about Sita, but it will also talk about different protagonists, different other women who were then thrown at the margins, who were not paid heed to. They will also have a voice in this novel. For example, we'll talk about Srupnakha, Mandodari. These are the people who were not given a lot of voice when it comes to Mahabharata. But Chitra will talk about these people, right? So a powerful commentary on the duty, betrayal, infidelity, honor, all of these things will be discussed here. Divakaruni transforms the ancient story into a far-gripping contemporary work that we will read. And it is the battle of wills that we will encounter. So while Ramayana resonates even today, she makes it more relevant when you read the work. When you read it, you will see that is what kind of honor a woman needs. How should a woman be treated by their loved ones? What are the rights a woman has in a relationship? And when does a woman need to stand up for themselves and say enough? These are few things that you will think when you read this very important work, The Forest of Enchantment by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. So these are some of the most canonical works that are done by her, often asked in the paper as well. She is a prolific writer, a must-read writer. I hope you make your own notes and you like the video. If you still have any doubts, you can ask me that in the comment section and I'll surely reply to you. Thank you.